Hello guys, welcome back to the shed. So today I want to talk a little bit about keeping your cars in a drivable condition while they sit. So during this lockdown I went from putting 15,000 kilometers on my cars to, I don't know, 4,000 kilometers per year at most. So what's happening? I have two cars sitting at the moment without being used. Actually, they sat for so long while we were on lockdown that they are not able to drive right now because I missed the inspection that I'll have to do in a couple of days. But okay. The thing is, how do I try to keep them drivable? So first thing that I really recommend is to get a battery tender or a battery charger. Okay, I only have one and I'm constantly changing from one car to the other. So every 2 weeks, more or less, I start the cars so that they have fluid running through the system, and I leave them working until they reach operating temperature, so that I make sure that the fans are working and the car doesn't overheat. I check for leaks. If you have a leak, it's the ideal time to actually fix it. If you're not using the car, it's perfect. Just fix it. So you see, this is charged right now. I'll open the door, and just the simple fact of opening the door, this will detect that the battery is being used, and will change the status. Okay, just open the door. Let me see how long. Okay, so 3 or 4 seconds was enough for it to detect that the battery is no longer fully charged. Okay, and this is just a couple of bulbs being used inside the car. So this is really cool. It will leave your car always with the battery at the maximum. So I highly recommend it. Okay, so I'll shut the door, and this will keep charging for a couple more seconds. Okay, fully charged, and now it's just keeping the charge in the battery. Really cool. Okay, another thing that I do is I keep the tire pressures, so they are always inflated. I keep them on the higher side, so on the streets I'll probably run 2.3, 2.4 bars, but while they sit I use them at 2.5. Okay, my reasoning is that if it is more inflated, it will be harder to degrade. Another thing that I do is every 2 weeks, when I start the car, I actually move the car. For this I use the tire valve as a reference. Okay, so this is more or less in 90 degrees perpendicular to the floor, right? And what I do, I will want to put it more or less like in here. So I do it like 120 degrees every time, more or less, give or take. Okay, it's never accurate, so it will be here or whatever. I don't do it in 90 degrees because it's a little space, right? And I don't do it in 180 because I don't want to keep pressing always the same parts of the tires. So I turn one or two or twice, right? And in the end I'll make sure that the valve stem will be in here. Okay, inside the car, neutral. Let's see if it has any trouble turning. It shouldn't. You see, no issues at all, and it's in my garage for a year more or less. You can see really cold, right? Now I'll just drive a little bit. Well, not drive, I'm just pushing a little bit forward because of the tires. Okay, and now I'll just let it get up to temperature, see that the fans are working, and that's actually it. Okay. As you can see, the tires, I changed the position, so when I really need to drive this, I won't have any issues with the tires being out of round. Okay, so while I have the other car running, I connected the battery charger to this one, the second one. I just need to power it up, and it's already charging. So now I'll leave it a week like this, and then I'll crank this one as well, and I'll do exactly the same. Okay, almost there. I don't know how many minutes this is running. It's at operating temperature for sure, but it didn't turn on the fans yet. I want that to happen, so I'll wait for a couple more minutes. Okay, and the fans turned on. But so the fans turned off, on and off, so it's fine for me. I would leave it running for a little bit more, just to make sure that the oil is cycled as well, because right now I'm sure that the oil is way below 80 degrees or 90 degrees, but I will be changing the oil, so I really don't care about it that much. Okay, I just want the engine to be lubricated and to make sure that there's no leaks. Okay, thank you very much, guys. See you next time.